Legends.
Hello.
It's Mel and Monty from show+tell. Blast from the pre-corona past.
Hi, everyone.
When corona times are over, we can just drop blast from the pre-corona past and just go with the good old blast from the past. Boom tish. Anyway, hope you're all well. Hope you're going okay in whatever you're up to. Kids are back at school, which is deliciously divine.
Oh, I know. I know.
That's so good.
I sort of missed my kids a little bit.
I didn't.
Just a little bit. But still, it was nice when they got in the car. It was sort of, they seemed happy to see me. I was happy to see them. We had a bit of a buffer. And then 5 minutes in,
It's back.
it all started again. And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Wish school was 10 hours.
No. Hey, how weird is that? I picked up Baxter. Did I tell you this? I picked him up from school, my 8-year-old, and he's like, Mum, school is so boring. That is such a waste of 6 hours of my day.
Oh. Just learning life skills, buddy.
I know. So funny. Anyway, he's busting my chops at the moment.
Oh, is he?
Oof, big time. I honestly feel like every nerve in my body is exposed, and when he touches me, I like,
It's the age.
I hope it is.
Very tricky age. Remember, we wrote an article. It actually went up last night about a pre-puberty time, particularly for boys.
Right.
Where they're sort of very angsty and...
Well, that's exactly him. I mean, 8's quite, I don't think he's anywhere near
No, but
puberty.
it's a pre-puberty. It's called like andronarch or something. Something like that.
He's totally narky.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm struggling big time with him at the moment. I just sometimes think it shouldn't be this hard to be a parent.
I know.
And I said to Sam, we're both, when you go through sometimes times where you're a bit down with the kids or your partner is, but when you're both on the same page at the same time, it's tricky.
Yeah.
Like we're both a bit depleted. Anyway, so it's nice to be here today to just talk about something completely unrelated to the hecticness and overwhelmingness that is the world at the moment, and also within my own home.
Hey, that's what we can change the name of the podcast to.
What?
Blast from the pre-child past.
Yes. Love
And
it.
talk about the stuff we used to do before we had kids.
Till a better time. Okay, so we love when you guys say, okay, how about you do this for Blast from the Pre-Corona Past. We want to hear what you guys want to hear about as well. We've done things like songs, we've done movies,
TV
shows, things like that. If there's anything that you want to go for a stroll down old nostalgia lane, just get in touch with us.
Yes.
So we wanted to do brands that you're obsessed with as a kid.
Oh, see, I read this one wrong. I thought it was clothing. I didn't even do brands. I did specific clothing that we used to wear.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. It can be.
Right.
You can interpret it any way you want. We'll discuss this off air. I've gone actual specific brands.
Okay, that's
So we're
good.
just
So we've
doing
got a bit of a mix.
Brands, clothing. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I was born in 1981. Mel, you were 79. And so we grew up in the 80s.
Yes.
And 80s and 90s. And so if you're from that era, this is going to tickle your fanny, really, isn't it? Okay. So Esprit, still around.
Is it?
Yeah, Esprit's still around, I'm sure.
I don't know how long it's been since I've seen an Esprit store.
Check if Esprit is still around. Surely it is. Did it used to be Esprit de Corps?
It was like, remember Le Coq Sportif?
Oh, so good.
There's no stores in Australia anymore, but you can buy online.
Okay.
But yeah, quite liked Esprit.
Okay, so Esprit, here's my thing with Esprit. I remember it would be like my mum would take us into the city if we needed new clothes.
Yes.
Mum was a single mum, so we didn't have much money. And but an Esprit was expensive.
Yeah, it was.
But Mum loved Esprit. So
Yeah.
we would go in and it'd be like, well, shit, we're going to get stuff from Esprit. And I remember I got a green trackie and a T-shirt that said Esprit written across it.
Okay. I think everyone had the same T-shirt. My T-shirt was green and in colours, like it spelling out like each letter had a different colour of Esprit, and the E didn't have the line connecting the three.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think mine was white with just red Esprit. So brilliant. Anyway, so there was a girl at my primary school who everyone was obsessed with Esprit. It's like, oh, you got a new Esprit top. You got a new Esprit. But her mum,
Oh, no.
got a white T-shirt and sewed Esprit on the top. I know. And we were like, that's not real. Like,
Oh.
asshole kids pointing, and clearly she knew it wasn't, but wanted an Esprit top. You don't realise at that age. Well, clearly she didn't get an Esprit top because they couldn't afford it. And we're like, why did your mum sew Esprit on your top? Show us the tag. Show us the tag.
Oh, show us the tag.
Yeah, I know. We're so fucked. So whenever I think about Esprit now, I think of like that.
Hope she's fucking rich now.
I hope, like seriously, but also they always would have like beige. There was a lot of beige pants and stuff in Esprit.
A lot of neutral colours.
A lot of neutral.
Yeah, I had like before cargo pants. Were they like chinos? Would you call them like chinos?
Tencel?
Sort of.
Were they Tencel?
No, I hated Tencel.
Oh, I loved Tencel back in the day.
Hated them. Oh, Tencel. Oh. No, it was just like natural fibres. Exactly that sort of look. It went from more colourful in the 80s to then in the 90s
it became
more
mature.
Stripes and neutrals and
when the kids dropped it like a bag of shit. There was also the sports girl tops though, which was so fucking popular. I had a green one with different coloured sports girl written across the top.
you can buy them like that now.
I don't think you should.
Those
though.
old ones, no, I don't think you should
I don't
either.
think that it's gone far enough that it's come back.
No. But do you remember even, because I was just thinking I had a sports girl school bag. Right? But do you remember the country road bags?
I was going to say that.
Yeah, you'd wear on one shoulder.
Yeah, green. Yeah. They were green or navy.
Yeah, mine was navy.
And they were like the travel, like the...
Like a tote almost.
No, not
Would
a
you
tote.
say a tote?
No, you wouldn't say a tote. You'd say like something like a overnight bag kind of.
Canvas.
Yeah.
With the two straps that you put over your shoulder.
Yeah, but
That's
it was
what
long.
mine
It was like a sausage shape, not a tote shape.
No. The one I'm thinking of was a tote shape. I know what you're talking about. Yours is like a duffel bag sort of.
Yeah,
like
duffel
that.
bag.
Yes. Do you remember the other backpacks people used to wear? They were like that. What were they? They looked like they were almost twine.
Twine.
Not twine, hessian or whatever. What were they called?
I don't know.
Everyone had them and they used to ride, like people used to ride on them with texture.
Yeah. I don't know what they were
those.
specifically though.
Well,
My baby daddy still uses a crumpler.
What the fuck is a crumpler?
You don't know what crumpler bags are?
Never heard of it.
Crumpler was so big. Actually, my laptop cover is a crumpler laptop cover, but Sam wears like it's an over the shoulder bag, and yeah, crumplers were massive.
No, I miss that.
Wow,
I miss that, and I'm the same age as Sam too, so I should remember.
Crumpler. Oh my god, I can't believe you don't remember crumpler. Everyone's like hating you right now.
I know.
Okay, moving on now from Esprit to the feet. Remember this.
From $24.99 to $54.99. With Aero Sport, you can fly. From the Grosby Sports Division.
Aerosport with the wings.
I remember I was such a brand snob when I was a kid, like to the point that it was fucking disgusting, okay? I would only want to wear brand stuff, which when you don't have a huge amount of money, like the pressure on my fucking mum would have been huge. Yeah. And she'd always go, you're so hard on your shoes. Did your mum used to say that?
No.
Yeah, because it'd be like I'd scuff them and stuff. Anyway, I remember Aerosport. Mum's like, do you want some Aerosport? I'm like, get fucked. You get them at Kmart and Target. As if I'm like the brand queen. And I remember my like we used to go, oh, she's got Aerosport. God, I was an asshole. And my best friend ended up going on a shopping spree with her dad and then got 2 pairs of Aerosport. And I remember looking at her going, what did you do that for?
Oh, no. And she would have been all freaked out about her purchases. You were horrible.
No, I didn't say it to her. I just thought of it. And I was like, they look all right. Yeah, they look cool. And I remember she got 2 pairs because she's like, well, 2 pairs are the same price as like your Nikes. But they were actually okay. They had some pink and green on them. So I was like, all right. But I was like, hold on, weren't you and I the ones that were bagging people who wore Aerosport? And now you've got Aerosport.
Oh, my God. I remember my mum, all I wanted one year was, I think I was 14 or something, was a pair of Docs.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember for Christmas, I opened all my presents and there was a box there that looked, it was like a shoebox, so I left it till last and I opened it. And do you remember it used to have the tag at the back that said Doc Martens? And then on the flip side of that, it used to say with bouncing soles.
Oh, okay.
And I remember,
Jeez, how do you remember?
I don't know. But I opened it up and it was flipped to the side where it said with bouncing soles. And I thought, oh my God, she's bought me these imitation Doc Martens. I was so upset. I was like, oh, thanks, Mum. And she goes, oh, I thought you were going to be more excited. And I'm like, Okay. And then I flipped it over and saw the Doc Martens tag. Oh, my God. It was like everything I ever wanted. Those shoes lasted me. I'm not kidding. I reckon about 15 years.
I said to Stacey the other day because I ordered a pair of cherry docs. Looked terrible. Got them the other week. I was like, can I still do them?
Classic black.
Anyway, I'm so annoyed that I threw out mine. I had 8-ups that I used to wear with Stussy pants.
Stussy pants and cross colours.
I didn't have cross colours.
Yeah.
But I did have Stussy pants, and that would be my school uniform. Stussy pants. Started off with Blundstones and Stussy pants, and then it went to 8-ups and Stussy pants. And I remember once I had my 8-ups, and they were so scuffed because I was hard on my shoes. And I used, remember your parents would always have like the coloured shoe lacquers to fix up their shoes. Do you remember those?
Yes, I do. I do.
It'd be like a deodorant, like a roll-on deodorant.
I still use it for my kids' school shoes.
Do you?
Yeah. But Docs, I always liked how they looked like that. I didn't like them. I remember once I polished, or my mum actually polished them because they were scuffed at the front, and I hated them.
That's exactly what I did it. And then I was like, these are so shiny. And I said to my best friend, please, can you do yours too? Please.
And she was like, fuck you. You came here for the Aerosports.
Okay, my lucky last one on Blast from the Pre-Corona Past clothing/brand edition is LA Gear. LA Gear. I was no Aerosport girl because I wore LA Gear. So my dad used to go to America for work all the time. And we would stand on a piece of paper in our shoes and he would trace around our feet.
Great idea, Ian Diamond.
Take the pieces of paper into the shops with him and buy my sister and I LA Gear.
I can one better you.
Right.
I bought LA Gear in America or in Hawaii. Oh. We went to the shop. It was like the best. Oh, my God. It almost trumps the Doc Marten day.
Really?
But do you remember it used to be cool to leave? They had like tags hanging off
like
them.
Dog tags. Or like what you get if you fought in the war.
Yes, like the little metal chain.
Yes.
And they had LA Gear. Mate, how good did you feel wearing those?
You felt so like unbelievably cool.
I know.
And because everyone would comment too, like because LA Gear you couldn't really get in Australia.
No, you couldn't.
So it would be like, oh, cool LA Gear, to be like, yeah, I know.
Do you know what I remember once too? My mum went and bought me, I just needed clothes and she went and bought me clothes, but she bought them from, do you remember Sweat Hog?
Yes.
She came back with the bag. I was like,
no, it was never good.
I don't want to wear that. I don't want to wear those clothes. She was like, I just spent, I don't know what it was back then, like $200 buying you some jumpers and whatever. I was like, no, I don't want to wear Sweat Hog.
I looked up a Sweat Hog top the other day because I want one now. They're hard to get. They're hard to find.
They're vintage.
They are so vintage now. But I remember that I always was like, Sweat Hog was so bogue.
Like, I know.
Did you wear it?
I think I kept a jumper. It was sort of like a tie-dye sort of jumper.
That's cool.
But yeah, because and everything was so branded. Like the trackies had like Sweat Hog down the side. And I'm like, I can't even, if they had a little emblem at the top, I could have just said, oh, whatever. But yeah, no, I think she took a lot of it back. Or I said, okay, I'll wear it and then just never wore it.
You'd be so annoyed as a parent doing that.
It's awful.
Okay, let's move over into you deviated from the brief.
Yes, I did. But I went more for things that we used to wear. So some of these are from the 80s. Do you remember rah-rah skirts?
Yeah, I don't think I wore a rah-rah though. So can you just talk me through a rah-rah? Because I picture more a ballerina skirt.
No, a rah-rah skirt was almost like 2 or 3 ruffles.
Oh, yep.
Oh, my God. And you would wear it with a thick belt.
Yeah.
Around the middle and then like a neon coloured T-shirt. And I used to wear it like that too. Remember when you'd go to birthday parties?
You'd always wear your best
and you'd wear
clothes
your good clothes and a ponytail on the side and a scrunchie. I had a white rah-rah skirt. White rah-rah skirt. And I had a big thick black belt. And there was also bubble skirts. Do you remember bubble skirts?
Yeah, I do. Not very flattering on anyone. No, bubble skirt.
But God, I loved a rah-rah skirt. I also loved stirrups. They came down under your foot.
And they had the seams on the outside. And they were like that light khaki
Yes.
beige. My
Yes.
mum used to wear stirrups.
Get those
and a
or
blazer.
jodhpurs.
Jodhpurs.
Yeah, the horse riding pants.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, yeah. I was keen for jodhpurs and a knit jumper when I was in about year 9, I remember. And they had the bit on the inside of your knees.
I don't think I had those.
I had them. I
So
never got on a horse, but I
that,
had them.
Was that a jodhpur or?
No, the jodhpurs. The stirrups, I think we were younger with the stirrups. I think the stirrups were
remember having
way.
a stirrup. I mean, a stirrup is very practical pant.
Yeah, it is.
How would it not be so uncomfortable though?
I don't think it was. And maybe we just paid the price for Farshun.
You know what I was desperate for? I did for a while rent horses from Ron Jeremiah's house, right? This man would have horses that you could rent and my friends and I'd go rent horses and just ride them for the day.
Horse. Oh, I thought you meant like take it home and rent it for a bit. I was going to say,
No, you could rent
how
it
big
for the
was your
day.
backyard?
So we did sometimes take it home, but we'd just go riding. I was so young and didn't know how to fucking ride a horse and would just go around Williamstown, which is an actual suburb.
Oh my God. You're like the mounted police of children.
I just don't even think it should have been legal. And I remember I'd pay him $6 and I'd get to take the horse for the day.
That is so not right.
I know. When you think about it. My 2 friends went to pony club and stuff and I didn't though.
Oh, kids.
But we would go cantering down the pines. It was called the Pines. Anyway, why was I talking about that? Oh yeah, I was desperate for a dryzer bone. I wanted a dryzer bone so bad because my 2 friends who went to pony club had dryzer bones and I was like, well, I want a dryzer bone.
Did you want an Akubra as well?
I wanted a proper riding hat. I think I wore like a stack hat on the horse.
You wanted like the black velvet one with the strap on. Yes. Oh my God. That's so funny. I also have put just a couple of other little things on there. Do you remember scrunching your socks at school?
Oh yeah.
You would wear like double pairs of thick socks and then scrunch them.
Oh, would you
so
double?
They were high. Yeah, I would do double thick pairs and they would come up. I would have them scrunched so high they were almost just under my knee.
Really?
Yeah. And just back to the docs, I'll never forget in year 10, Adam Dashenko, I'm going to call you out.
Yeah.
Because they were cut, you know, like the 8-ups were quite high and I've got chunky legs, like I don't have a nice leg shape. And I remember him saying to me, I was wearing them with my school dress and he goes to me, your legs look really stumpy in those.
Fuck off to Shenko.
And I was like, never ever wore them with my school dress again. I was so embarrassed. And that's why I mean also because they're just not great legs, but I have been so hung up on my legs since then. Anyway,
Still then.
Yeah. Continuing on, 2 spectrums of the jean era, the 80s. Do you remember bubble gummers?
Yeah.
Oh
Were
my
they
God.
the shoes or pants?
No. Oh, there might have been shoes too, but no, they were jeans and they were skin tight, really high, and they had ribbing, almost ribbing down them. They were like skinny jeans, but
I know the name bubble gummers, but I'm not familiar with them.
oh, yep. So bubble gummers, and then you get into the 90s, hipster jeans. Thank God they are over.
What were they?
Do you remember the jeans? They would sit so low on your hips, you'd almost see your pubes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the hipster jeans.
God, imagine wearing
Yes.
one of those now. My gun to be all.
Gunt. I haven't had that in so long.
Oh God. What do they call it? A friend of mine's husband once called it an onion bag.
What?
Like the bottom bit, like where you have like a little pouch on your tummy.
An onion
I
bag?
Just call it an onion bag. Isn't that gross? Yeah. And in the 90s also, this is my last one. Remember pedal pushers?
Yeah, I see. Again, I know what a pedal pusher is name-wise, but I can't visualize.
Like a knickerbocker. Almost.
Yeah.
So say like a pair of pants that stop just under the knee, fitted.
Oh, yep, love it.
I used to wear them when I started going out with high platform shoes.
Yeah, I used to wear those too.
Yes, and like a top, you know, like all girls had like a top that had like a dragon on it or something. Like
Oh, it's
one of
so
those.
funny.
Yeah.
See, I would go and get tops from Kugai. Or do you remember Hound Dog? I don't know.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, I'd get a silky top from Hound Dog.
Hound Dog. There were a lot of those shops like Edge and whatever
Yeah.
that had all just mixed clubbing gear.
Oh my God. So good. Those were the days. Good reminiscing.
Yeah.
Oh, and what have you got something else?
No, that's it. That's it. Oh, and leg warmers. Of course, I put leg warmers
I've got
on.
a pair of leg warmers that I wear in winter
Do
now
you
when I go
really?
to a class. Yeah, because it's so cold that it's unbelievable how much a leg warmer will warm you up.
I wanted to wear the full kit though. I wanted to wear like leotards.
Yeah.
Those the pants that you would wear with leotards. They were like tights, but spandex.
Yeah, like leggings.
Like leggings, but they were shiny.
Yeah.
And you'd get them that they matched the colour of the leotard.
So
And
beautiful. And then leg warmers.
I'd love to see me in one of those.
Deshanto wouldn't like it.
Deshenko.
Fucking jerk. All right, legends, we're out of here. Make sure you get in touch with us. Show and Tell Online are our socials. And you can also reach us if you want to just shoot Stacey an email, Stacey at Show and Tell Online. She's the one who is better at, receiving emails than us. We're a bit hopeless.
Yeah, her email works better than yours.
We're just a bit I feel like if that got sent to me, it would just.
Stacey's so on top of it all.
My inbox is such a hot mess. We love hearing from you though. Thank you. Keep the ratings going in and the comments going on iTunes. Yeah. It is the number one way that, and also you recommending us to a friend to listen is the number one way we can grow this little fucking machine.
Yep, definitely. Help us grow.
Bye, darlings.
Bye.